Matityahu, you see here part of big picture really about Lag Baomer in Meron, Shimon Bar Yochai. Great thing there, lots of people, many people, hundreds of thousands. Yes, they come to pray for Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, famous and known really, that a lot of prayers are accepted there. We brought in our lecture in YouTube, very long lecture about this day. But what we are going to see here, a few tables, new ones really, which refer specifically to this year, as it looks like a lot of potential prospects that this here, like Baomer, can bring really Messiah, but always we need keeping the Torah and Mitzvot, but very, very significant and interesting tables. It is in Hebrew, but I try to explain to you step by step what you see here. Now this table is really in one book, 470 letters in the table, which is significant. But what we have here, the first thing, unbelievable. You have here Lag Baomer, the 33rd of the Omer. Opposite, Meron, exactly what you see in the picture. Now what is interesting definitely that you have here quite small skip, because those are not usual letters. Tafshin Pei Gimel, this year, 5783, 2023. Here we have Messiah, because this is potential to a Messiah, but definitely we need Shuvah, repentance, as we saw in many places. What you have here, in blue you have Kabbalah, because this is the day of Kabbalah, all the secrets of Kabbalah were revealed in this day in the Zohar. You can see in yellow, the Zohar. And Rav Shimon Bar Yochai is the abbreviation of Rashbi, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Meron in Meron. You have his first name, Shimon, very interesting. You can see Shimon here. So, as I said, what is specific about this table that you have the date Tashpag in parallel, like Baomer and Meron. Here you have part of the prophecy of Bilam about the end of days, Ba'achrit Hayamim. It tells us what will be between the Jewish people, the Gentiles. So, as I said, very interesting. It appears in one book, in few chapters, 16, 26, but the most interesting is parallel, Rashbi, and this year, after sabbatical, which is a year, definitely, this is the time really, after sabbatical for Messiah. So you have here also the time, Shimon Bar Yochai. Then you have another interesting table, which has in it also another date, which is a sabbatical. But is the most amazing that this is Lag Baomer, this is a minimal in the whole Torah, this which makes it very significant. And seeing Lag Baomer here, I saw unbelievable. So many times Messiah, 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 like clearly showing that Lag Baomer is the time of Messiah. Now, we don't have the year of, we have the year of sabbatical, Tafshin Pei Bet, and a lot of verses here which telling us sabbatical to God. We say in the end of the 7th year, you should do Shemitah, sabbatical, Shemat HaShevet, 7th year. Unbelievable, Sefer, never I saw in one place so many times Messiah, and also the year sabbatical, which now we are really in the end of it, Motzei Shemitah, yeah, interesting. And again, the seventh year, Elijah. But again, what makes this table very significant, not only that it's minimal, but it came with quite small skip of Teshuvah, repentance. Amazing. So, Lag Baomer is a time, I gave the lecture in English, you should follow on the YouTube, lecture on Lag Baomer by me, and a lot of clear indications in the Kabbalah that this is a day that by doing Shiva repentance, you can have Messiah, Messiah son of Joseph, Messiah son of David, Messiah like Cyrus, we know some from the data. Here you have the beginning really of the process of Messiah. If you remember, Me'ashpot Yirim Evion, Chatam Sofer said, Me'ashpot, from the rubbish, God will lift up the needy, you know, this verse for some. So Ashpot, Tafshin Pe Aleph, this is the beginning of the process. We go to Tafshin Pe Bet, which is a sabbatical, and then goes to the after sabbatical. So it's amazing. And here you have Meron, by the way. It is very interesting. You see in green, you have the Meron here. You have the place Meron, and again Messiah a few times, and you have the commandments of counting the Omer. Sheva Shabbatot, this is the days of the Omer when we are now. So count 7 weeks. Exactly, this is the time that we are now. It's unbelievable. Here you have the name of Rashbi. Rashbi also is abbreviation of Shon Bar Yochai. So, as I said, it's really very significant to have this table when you have parallel Lag Baomer and in Meron and Rab Shimon Bar Yochai in Greener, and then having the end of days, B'achit HaYamim, what will be, then you have Messiah here. It is very interesting. We have Kabbalah and Zohar, but you have here the most important, as the Rambam says. If you want Elijah, if you want Messiah, there is conditions. Chartem et kol mitzvot Hashem. Remember all the commandments of God, v'asitem otam, and do them. Ve'lo tatur. Don't go astray after your heart and your eyes. No, this is the most important prohibition for Jews to keep if they want really Messiah to come. So it is interesting, as we said, that all this appears in one book, Numbers, yeah, and this itself, as I said many times, this program is Dr. Rottenberg, and he says that minimal and best meeting definitely is the most important. So you have your minimal, you have best meeting the repentance, and exactly with the sabbatical, Krashiala said, the 7th year. Amazing, it's such a phenomenon. I never saw that Messiah will come so many times. And sabbatical so many times. Even the sabbatical was before, but we are in Motzei Shemitah. Motzei Shemitah, it means like we have Motzei Shabbos. Okay, it's like a new day, but it is considered connected with the Shabbos, Motzei Shabbos. So this also where we are now. So, no, interesting table, significant, because exactly of the condition, minimal, best meetings, Shemitah, but no, difficult for people to accept it, what we can do. And Messiah will come. We'll have to keep it. The Rambam says if people don't accept it, if you don't keep Torah, yeah, willingly, don't do repentance, God will bring them to do Shuvah, but who knows which kind of conditions. You know, don't forget there are 100,000 missiles around the atom body almost ready. You know what just now the defense minister in Israel, Galan, said that they already have ready the Iranian material for 5 bombs. Yeah. So, we are coming tomorrow night to a very important day, Lag Baomer. 100,000 of people are there, secular, all kinds of people coming because they believe and they know from fact that great things happened on this day. the prayers are accepted, and this is, it is so many stories that people were sick, very serious, severely, they pray, and because many things happen there. So, as I said, important day tomorrow, Lag Baomer. Long lecture, almost an hour, which I gave in the internet in English. Worthwhile listening if you want to know what is the Lag Baomer and what are the potential for this to have redemption, to have Messiah. So, as I said, very significant table, minimal Lag Baomer. Best meeting with the Shmita, but here there comes the condition. Im Shamot Yishma, Bekol Hashem, if you will keep, if you listen to God, Yishmor La'asot, the continuation to do what God commanded us. So, let us hope that tomorrow, Lag Baomer, tomorrow evening when you are making a lot of fires, yeah? Fire represents light of Torah, light of the secrets of the Torah. So interesting and significant tables, no doubt. This is the entrance to the cave in Meron.